Hi guys, it's Jess here. Normally I'd be in front of the camera, but today I just wanted to walk you around my garden to show you the size of the garden and the different types of containers I use to see how many vegetables you can get in such a small insignificant little garden. Really is what I've got. You can see over there is the field behind my garden, and this is my hedge, and then if you look into the garden, it can only be, I don't know, probably 50-60 foot long by 20 to 30 foot deep, and I grow all my vegetables in here in containers, and we get more than enough for ourselves, our friends and family, and still loads left over to distribute in a couple of fellowships that I'm in. And it really is very simple. And in this introduction I'm really just going to show you the kind of containers that I use, and it's going to be a warts and all video, this, to show you that this is actually real. This is what I do. I'm just introducing you to my garden, how it is. I haven't done any preparation, made it look pretty or anything. This is the way I do it, and I'll start off with showing you there's two types of container I use really. And here you can see my runner beans. It's late summer now, and the foliage on all of the vegetables is getting a bit sad, but the cropping of the actual vegetables themselves is right at its height, and you can see the beans that we're getting here. They're huge beans, wonderful, beautiful crop. We've had literally pounds and pounds of beans off of these, and they're in two tiny containers. If I take you down and look at the containers, I don't know whether you can see under there because the beans are covering it up, but these are the first kind of container I use, which is a permanent container. Okay, so these are permanent containers. I make some myself, and some of them I purchase. These are purchased containers. As you can see, they're like half barrels. They come from any old garden store, and if you notice, they're made out of wood. I only use wood for my permanent containers. Anyone who's got any terracotta or stone, concrete containers, they'll know that it's pretty difficult to hammer a nail into a concrete or a terracotta container. And I need to hammer nails in, and you'll see why, for various methods of holding the vegetables up and protecting them from pests and so on and so forth. So they're only ever wooden containers, and these, as I say, are the purchased ones. And I also make containers, and we'll see one of those in a minute. If we move on now, we can see the other type of container that I use is a disposable container. Okay, and this is, again, there's two types of disposable container. There is the kind of collapsible container where all I dispose of is the contents inside, and the other is where the container is completely disposable. This is the completely disposable variety. It's got my gherkins growing in it this year. As you can see, they're doing quite well. And of course we will be looking at pickling those gherkins. Really excited about that this autumn on my other YouTube channel, which is mypicklesandjams.com. And as you can see, they're growing in completely disposable containers. When you're finished with these, they can just be emptied. The soil can go on your regular garden, and you can just chuck the plastic bag away. They're made from proprietary purchased 60-litre containers of 60-litre bags, should I say, of compost. And I'm going to show you how I make these later on another video. And they are one of the types of disposable container I use. The other type is where just the contents is disposable, and the other part is collapsible and storable. And here you can see my courgettes. Actually, some of my courgettes here are growing in just such a container. If we look down underneath the courgettes here, you can see, hopefully you can see, that these are bags that are usually sold for refuse. They've got a spiral wire binding inside them that you can collapse down, and they tie up in the collapsed position, and you can just store them away. And when you open them up, they spring out to become a cylindrical type of container that you can fill up with soil and plant your vegetables in. And at the end of the season, chuck the soil on on your regular garden and just stash them away for the winter. Now, I told you I make two kinds of permanent containers that I have, and this is the second type. This is the permanent container that I made myself. Now, I said it was going to be warts and all, and you can see that this one's got plenty of weeds in it. This is the one that I used for my broad bean crop this year, which was a fantastic crop, and it is just lying fallow for the moment until the next broad bean crop. Although I do use it to bring on my seedlings for cabbage and cauliflower plants, and I'll be showing you in another video later on in the year, not too long now, before we plant those out. I bring them on in this container, and then we plant them out into other disposable containers. Now, this has been manufactured just from simple planks of wood, pre-season, purchased from the hardware shop. I'm going to show you how to make those, and if you look carefully and you can see that black line going across there, that's my automatic watering system. And I'm going on holiday shortly, and the reason I can go on holiday and leave all of this is because I have an automatic watering system. And I thought it would be nice that while I'm on holiday, I'm going to run another video to show you all the different components that I use and how I put them together for my automatic watering system. And I thought it'd be quite fun to do it from holiday, because that kind of shows you that I don't have to be there because of that watering system. And so, you know, to show you all about it while I'm sat on the back of my boat will be kind of fun, and I'll be posting that up in the next couple of weeks. So that's the other type of permanent container. So we've been through the 4 types of container that I use. I use 2 different types of permanent container and 2 different types of what I would call disposable containers. And so I grow all my fruits and vegetables, all of them. You can see my strawberry plants are here. We've had a fantastic crop of strawberry plants this year, and probably my next video will be showing you how to take the runners from these strawberry plants ready for next year, and to put them into containers ready for the following year. And in amongst this, you'll see I've got my blackcurrant bush. That, believe it or not, is actually grown out of the patio from a seed that was in a bird dropping, and I've left it there till it's got this big. And this year again, I'm going to show you, I'm going to post up another video, I'm going to extract it from there. We're having this patio torn up in October, November time, and I'm going to extract it from there and put it in a container, and I'm going to show you all about that. And as you can see, some of these crops are now over. The peas here are over, and this is another modification of my disposable containers that you can see down here, and I'll show you how to make that modification on the video that is to do with making these disposable containers. It's very easy, very simple, and very cheap. And finally, I just want to show you, before I finish this introductory DVD, video, whatever you want to call it, just want to show you my pride and joy is my little cold frame greenhouse. I'll pan back from it. This was made by myself. Bought a frame that normally just has a polythene cover over it. The polythene cover perished away, so I made the frame out of roofing material, conservatory type roofing material, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I'll show you how we can make one of those later on in this series of videos, and you can see it's crammed full of my tomatoes. We've got plum tomatoes, and we've got cherry tomatoes, and we've got the most beautiful Costilluto Florentino tomatoes, and they are just cropping and cropping and cropping. We've got tons of them, and those that don't ripen, well, we'll be using those for green chutney again on my other channel. So thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to giving you far greater depth instructions on how to do your container gardening and get the results that I've been able to obtain. So until next time, YouTubers, goodbye.